Confess, you feel the way I do. Confess, I think you want me to. There's something deep inside that you hide, that you can't suppress. Just confess, please confess.
Can you hear me? Hey, hi there. This is Samantha Daniels. Welcome to Love, Samantha Daniels. Hearing me now? Okay, today there's something wrong with my video cam, so I apologize for that. But I'm still going to be taking questions for the next half an hour. All relationship, love, romance, and sex questions. So while you all are thinking about what you want to talk about and what you want to ask me, I'm going to start with an emailed question that's been emailed into me. Well, first maybe I'll take a question from Whipsaw. I see your hand up. Would you like to ask a question? Hi, Whipsaw. Would you like to ask a question? You have your hand up. Okay, well, I'll start out by answering some of the emailed in questions. Tanya, do you want to share one of those with me, please?
Hey, Samantha. Yeah, I have a question from Stephen in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. He says, when interacting with women, how can a guy tell the difference between her just being friendly and her being genuinely interested?
I think that's a pretty good question, because I think a lot of times people about that. I think that there's a lot of women who are very flirtatious and friendly by nature. And as a result, what happens is that they're friendly and they're flirtatious with everybody, and so it gets kind of confusing to know whether she's actually interested in the guy or if she's just being flirty. And I think that's a big mystery to a lot of men, because they want to know, is this girl into me or is she just being friendly? I know that my brother says that to me all the time. He'll be out and he'll be talking to some girl who's a friend of mine, and she'll be touchy and flirtatious, and he'll say to me at the end of the night, oh, she was so into me, she touched me, she was talking to me, I could tell that she was into me. And I said, well, I don't know if she was into you, I just think that she acts like that towards everyone. So I think as a guy it can get pretty confusing. I think that how you can tell the difference is that you need to spend some time watching the girl, meaning watching how she acts to other people, because if she's flirtatious and she's friendly like that to everybody, then that means that she's just like that in general, that's the way that she is, and then she's basically a tease. You know, basically a tease of what she acts, how she acts towards everyone. And if that's the case, then you can guess that however she's acting towards you, she's acting like other people, and that means that she's probably not interested in you. But if she's not a tease and she's not flirtatious and she's being touchy and affectionate towards you and not anybody else, then that would basically say that that's who she is as a person, not a flirty person, and that she actually likes you. So that would be the best thing that I think that you should look at, is how she behaves towards other people and how she's behaving towards you. And then you just have to decide to cross the line, you know, give it a shot, see what happens, and hopefully she likes you back in the two relationship. So now I'm going to take a question from Whipsaw.
Hi, hello Samantha. I was wanting to ask if the dating scene's pretty new to me, so I was married for a long time. So, anyways, I was wanting to know how you can tell if a opposite sex that you're dating is, you know, go digging or wanting you to pay their bills and stuff. I mean, just because they talk about how much they're in debt, and if they're getting this turned off or that turned off, is that they're just talking about the stress in their life, or is that hints that they're wanting you to pay for stuff that I wouldn't feel comfortable with. It stresses me out, or am I just being a worrywart and just being too paranoid? I'm just curious about that.
I think that that's a question that a lot of people wonder because, when you're a successful person and you're dating someone who's not as successful, then it's concerning, well, is that person with you because they really like you, or are they with you because they think that you can, I think that you can take care of them and pay for them and all of that, so I definitely hear what you're going through. But I think that, sometimes when you're dating someone, they might be sharing with you parts of their life, and that doesn't mean that they want you to take over and pay for stuff, but they might just be explaining to you what they're going through in their life, or if you're out at an expensive place or you're doing expensive things, they might just want you to understand what their life is like right now so that it's not that they don't want to pay, but that they can't pay. So I think that there's a big difference between a girl being out with you and letting you know that if they're at a restaurant and the bill comes that they can't offer to pay, by kind of letting you know that their finances aren't great. I think there's a big difference between that and a girl sharing with you that she's having a $1,000 visa bill. So I think that, there's a big difference, but I think that if all of a sudden she's complaining all the time and saying, oh, well, I'm not sure that I can do this, I'm not sure if I can do that, because of the fact that she doesn't have any money to pay her visa bill, then, she might be hinting around to see whether or not you will pay, but that's not your obligation or your responsibility unless and until you want it to be. So I think that, I don't necessarily think that she's a gold digger because she's explaining it to you, because I actually think that women who are gold diggers and who are looking for someone to pay for them, that it's actually more of a circumstance where they don't mention their financial issues, because I think they realize that if they mention that they have financial issues, that the wealthy guy will be concerned about it. So I think if a girl is being honest about her financial issues, she's probably not after your money, she's probably just being honest, telling you the So I see that Gary's in the room. I haven't spoken to you in a while. Why don't you tell me what you do? I feel like somebody's playing with Gary's mic. Is Gary really here, or is somebody playing with his mic? All right, well, I thought Gary...
Samantha, no, I'm having a little trouble here. I can hardly hear the room, so I apologize for that. How you doing, Samantha?